I'm reporting from a period where you can't last a day without survival skills. I had to shoot this video myself because my camera operator and their entire species went extinct. My name is Dino Grills, and I'm the toughest dinosaur of all asteroid impact survivors. Now you'll get clear and actionable tips on how to survive if an extinction like the one that occurred in our Cretaceous period happens again. In this video, you'll find out how to be saved if you have little paws. Why should your survival kit include wings and an ordinary stone? At the very end, I'll reveal my identity, although I'll give you some clues throughout the video. But for now, listen and learn from the master how to act to survive after an asteroid impact.
Many of you heard that before the asteroid event, the living standard of dinosaurs was already declining, and some species were close to extinction. Guys, don't confuse the Cretaceous period with the Middle Ages. I'm telling you, it's a bunch of lies. In fact, the dinosaur society was thriving. Ask Joseph Bonsor. This PhD student at the Natural History Museum published an article in the Royal Society Open Science Journal, and it fully proves what I said. Joseph performed a computational analysis which showed that if it hadn't been for the impact of that ill-fated asteroid, we would have continued to live after the Cretaceous period. Although I think we would have made it to the 21st century, maybe even run for president of the United States. But the asteroid disrupted all our plans. 66 million years ago, 2 days before the impact, we spotted a small luminary in the sky. It kept getting brighter. We didn't think there was anything wrong with it, so we continued our daily routine. Herbivorous dinosaurs were chewing the lush greenery, pterosaurs were soaring through the air, and mosasaurs were lapping in the sea. But a couple of days later, we looked up and saw that there were already 2 suns. One of them was heading straight for Earth. That fireball, with a temperature of 20,000 degrees Celsius and a speed greater than 72,000 kilometers, passed through the Earth's atmosphere and crashed into it in the region of what is modern-day Mexico. At that moment, a large-scale explosion occurred and a supersonic shockwave swept across the planet. It was 1 billion times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. You're gonna say it's impossible to get out of something like that, but it's possible. One thing, trust me. If you find yourself at the epicenter of the explosion, rest in peace. If you don't burn alive, you'll get instantaneous third-degree burns all over your body from thermal radiation. But those fortunate enough to be away from the asteroid impact have a chance of surviving. First, stock up on earplugs. Otherwise, a deafening sonic boom will cause your eardrums to burst, as happened with ancient dinosaurs. The debris from the crater created by the asteroid will fly toward orbit around the Sun. Some of them can even reach Mars. Keep in mind that the debris that flew not so high will begin to fall back to Earth later on. So try digging a hole to hide in a shelter. Or better yet, cover yourself with some rock. If your paws are too little for that, don't panic. Just get down. Can you hear that, T-Rexes? You don't have to run anywhere. At the moment of impact, the Earth's surface will move periodically. Due to your outstanding height, you're just gonna hit the ground and smash your skull. If you're a flying dinosaur, for example, Quetzalcoatlus, it's the wrong time to show off your aerial maneuvers. Come down to Earth and move on your feet. Otherwise, you'll get hit by glass bullets. These are formed from molten rocks released into the atmosphere. Falling back to Earth, they cool off and form vitreous substances. Then the flood will begin. In our era, it was a phenomenal tsunami about 305 meters high. It's approximately twice as high as the Spring Temple Buddha. Even if you can swim, you won't escape an impact of a wave like that. But earthquakes, fires, and tsunamis won't be the end. Then came the worst part. If you're still conscious the day after the asteroid hit the planet, use your chance. But you need to know the soot and dust generated by the catastrophe will block the sunlight that reaches Earth, and all plants will start to die. So, if you're a herbivore like me, don't rush to devour everything at once. It'd be better to reasonably distribute the remaining vegetation and make stocks. The sudden death of most creatures had a devastating effect on the food chain of marine and land animals. But if you want to make extra sure you'll survive in a post-apocalyptic world, just grow wings. Dinosaurs related to birds managed to adapt. Their ability to fly helped them escape the most unfavorable places and quickly move to the least affected parts of the planet. Due to their small size, the birds didn't require much food. In addition, there were enough insects, which are also very resilient creatures. Then the birds gradually switched to seeds and nuts, and in the process of evolution, their teeth started to disappear. Yeah, back in my days, birds looked like this. But eventually, these survivors became the millions of birds that exist today. They're all descendants of ancient dinosaurs who heroically survived extinction. And it breaks my heart to see people call birds flying rats and teach them bad words. It's a good thing I dropped my horns and didn't make it to see people bullying my kind. Speaking of me, have you figured out who I am yet? You know I have horns, I'm not a predator, and I'm a herbivore. 3, 2, I'm a triceratops. Yep, I was the last dinosaur to go extinct in the Cretaceous period. How did I manage to escape? It's just that I have a beak, like birds. So to say, I passed an evolutionary dress code. Okay, I'm kidding. There are actually many reasons. First, I'm a species with a universal diet. Using my beak, I cut off branches of dwarf bushes and ferns that weren't destroyed by the explosion. I'm not picky about food, and it saved me. Secondly, my paws are as thick as tree trunks. They kept me from falling during the earthquake. Thirdly, I'm the rock of the prehistoric period. I'm the largest representative of ceratopsians. I have 3 menacing horns that I can use as a weapon in extreme cases, although I never needed them. Not every predator lizard dared attack me. They only had the guts to tease me, calling me a 16th century missy, all because of my, unfashionable bony frill. In compensation, it protected my head from falling debris, as well as it used to protect me from being bitten by wild lizards. Can you see through this hole? I'm really proud of my scar. Once, a tyrannosaur tried to bite through my frill, but it only broke its own tooth. Besides, my frill probably helped me with thermal regulation. That's how I endured the cold times that came when the dust blocked the sun from us. And most importantly, triceratops are herd animals, and it's a lot easier to be saved being together than being alone. So, I survived until the very end of the Mesozoic era. Don't you believe it? I've got proof. Look at this photo. It's me. No, not the one in the Panama hat. I'm right here. That's my horn. It was found by Stephen Chester, a Yale University graduate student at the Hell Creek Formation in Montana. After investigating the depth of my burial place, scientists determined that I died 65 million years ago, which means much later than the asteroid impact. I'm sure my instructions will help you survive another celestial body falling on you. You're probably wondering why I haven't given any advice on surviving an asteroid strike if you're a human being. The thing is, my video's intended for being watched by dinosaurs you'll resurrect by cloning. As for the question of how people can survive, I don't really know, because they don't even have a beak or wings or a cool frill like mine. I think the only person who might have a chance is Bear Grylls. Write in the comments who else you think will survive at all costs.